on today's episode of The Real DJ Show.
Just yells, more like phony start. And I was like, dude, that's hilarious. Can I use it?
With both balls. Heck up. No, I'm not buying him chocolates. I'm getting comfortable with them. I'm building rapport.
There's no touching, right?
No, there's definitely no touching.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling? I was like, I'm great. You're not nervous? No, because I'm a boss-ass bitch.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. So, it's The Real DJ Show. I'm kind of alone right now. Any friends, Mickey?
It's The Real DJ Show! DJ!
Hey, what's up, everybody? The Real DJ Show. My name is Rich Cranston. As always, hit the like button. Give us some comments, whether you like our shit or not. It helps our algorithms. Johnny, we're back.
I think they'll like it, and we are on the air.
I hope so.
We are on the air thanks to Mickey Hamilton in the box. What's up, Mickey?
Mickey Hamilton, you're wearing the same shirt as you did 9 hours ago.
Oh, thank God. It's been a long day of recording. Hey, so because this show is for and about the professional mobile DJ, of course, it is always our intention to start our show with highlighting somebody, and we call that segment The One Thing. So, Mickey, hit me the intro on The One Thing.
Let's go.
I wake up, flex, thumbs down, that check. No drip, just tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest.
Awesome.
That's it.
Hey, so
that is it.
Our guest today is Bradley Skinner, DJ Phony Stark, a.k.a., by the way. There he is in person. What's up, Bradley? How are you, man?
Oh, so good. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's
Absolutely,
a pleasure to be
brother.
here.
Well,
Yeah.
since we haven't had the chance to go to conventions and whatnot and just, connect with people, screw that. We found a way to do that. We're glad you could join us.
Well, look, I think sometimes when DJs do these kinds of things, it becomes kind of insular, and we really, for us, it's about, hey, let's get some other DJs up here and chat about what you're doing and what makes you special. I think that, look, there's a lot of work to be done for us as a DJ community to, share what makes us different.
Definitely.
And to share those things.
Should
So
always be learning.
that's what this is all
For
about.
sure.
The one thing. All right. So, Bradley, DJ Phony Stark. But by the way, I've been enjoying saying that all day.
Other than being a huge Marvel guy, which I'm a fan of, by the way.
Yeah.
Marvel over DC.
We were just, before we get deep about his business, we were chatting before we started that I saw an old video of him and it looks remarkably like the Tony Stark
Legit.
character. COVID beard, maybe a little less so.
Yeah.
Is that
Exactly.
All right. So,
Man, it's awesome to be here. And I think, obviously, when I don't have the COVID beard, as you say, I get it everywhere I go. People always saying, hey, anyone ever told you look like Robert Downey Jr.? I'd get called Tony Stark. It was always part of the, kind of just the moniker, I guess, and the notoriety. So I figured I might as well make it part of the business profile. And so changed our business name, changed my DJ name, and just kind of embraced it ever since.
Wow. So there was a market for that going into it.
Yeah.
I mean, you changed your original moniker and went with the alter ego.
I dig it.
Yep.
There's a video.
And it's made for marketing really easy.
We'll get past this because it's great, but there's a video on your channel, I think, that you're about to DJ a homecoming event or something, and I don't know if that's your son or a younger DJ who's with you. But in that video, dude, you look so much like Robert Downey Jr.
Well,
I had to look twice.
You got to check on his Instagram. There's
It's
a picture
crazy.
on there where it's like the beard is legit.
I'll get past
Bravo.
that.
Yeah.
I'm past
Well,
that.
real quick, before we go, have you ever met Robert Downey Jr.?
I haven't. Someday I hope to. I think it'd be awesome. I would love the opportunity. It'd be pretty cool.
Nice.
Let's figure that out.
Talk about a guy who's changed stuff over.
All right, so I think aptly appropriate for your business. We'd love to hear the origin story, right? So tell us the superhero origin story of DJ Phony Stark. How you got in the business and a little bit of that history.
In college, I was a radio DJ, and I always enjoyed the music industry. I liked what it had to offer. It was fun. There's something about being able to just play music and let a crowd enjoy the atmosphere, the ambiance, and just get people on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Then I gave it up for several years, and by day, my main trade is I'm a theater director. And then I found that as I started working more with students with theater, they're having to learn lighting and sound.
Sure.
So when they graduate, I ended up hiring a lot of my students to then come and work for me in the DJ business
That's
because
brilliant.
they know audio and sound and lighting.
Dude, that's brilliant.
And it's worked great. And actually one day the idea of DJ Phony Stark, because I was, playing music and I was still doing small events. And I had a student one day, the first day of class, where another kid says, "Hey, anybody tell you look like Tony Stark?" And this other student in the back of the room, trying to be somewhat insulting, just yells, "More like Phony Stark." And I was like, "Dude, that's hilarious. Can I use it?" And that's actually how the name started. And it kind of connected. A kid who was trying to be, a little more aloof and just, not wanting to connect with the teacher. And all of a sudden it was, oh, wait a second. He thought that was cool. Oh, maybe I misjudged this guy. And it actually ended up, building relationships with that whole class. And ever since then, it's just now been my performance name.
I love that arrangement, though. You teach them and give them credit for what you're teaching them, then you hire them for your business afterwards.
That is the most brilliant pipeline of HR I've ever heard.
That's genius.
We got to get a theater teacher into our ranks here somehow. It's brilliant.
It works.
All right, Bradley. So the name of the segment here is The One Thing. We say it very dramatically. We use a finger. We say it's the one thing. What's the secret sauce of DJ Phony Stark or your business? I mean, you're a successful guy. I see your videos all over the place. What's the secret sauce for you? What's the one thing?
I think for us, it was really trying to isolate what it was that we were going to offer and how we wanted to market that, especially with COVID. When that came and things kind of went to a halt, we saw a lot of our competitors, a lot of other DJs in Wyoming, they started branching out, offering karaoke services or performing at bars or clubs that might still be open, or trivia games. As they were branching out, we decided to isolate, and we narrowed down and said, our one thing is that we're really going to be focusing on being the experts and the best at what we do for weddings. And that was our main change. Is it was no longer, we wanted to get away from the school dances and the parties and the clubs and bars. And we said, we're going for the one thing that's going to set us apart, is that we are going to be experts in every level possible of making your wedding absolutely perfect.
Good move.
And in doing that, it completely changed the market. It changed our approach, our marketing, our strategies.
Sure.
And it really gave us focus and purpose and helped us really determine what it was that we were going to do and offer for our clients that nobody else in our area was doing.
Do you see that going forward? Is that going to stick?
I really think so. We've been able, actually, from even just a year ago, we've more than tripled our business.
That's
as
great.
Well as we've tripled our price range.
Oh, even better.
Winner.
Yeah, that's great.
Touchdown, baby.
How big of an operation do you have? Is it just you, or you have other DJs that work with you, or how does that work for you?
So we have 6 different DJs. We have 5 MCs, and we also have a couple wedding planners and then some lighting specialists. And what we do is one of the things that we change with every package that we offer, we have a DJ and an MC.
That's great.
So every event that we send them to, you've got one person that's specializing with the music and then one that's organizing the entire event minute by minute, working with the photographers, with the venues, and really our big thing is we wanted all of our clients to stop looking at their watches.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we cover every aspect possible so they can enjoy each other and their day and never look at their watch.
Great move.
How did you get word out about that? When you kind of changed your focus and COVID kind of helped you narrow that down and kind of get more laser focused on the one segment that you really want to focus on, how did you get the information out, or how did you get the word out to the people that, impact your business about, hey, you've made this change? How did you go about doing that?
Social media has been our biggest. We have our web presence, but social media and especially word of mouth advertising has just been the largest item, really making sure that people know what we offer and really why we're doing it this way. A lot of classifieds, we get to a lot of groups on social medias that are just within, classified groups and advertising, promoting, making sure that we have a lot of our clients. We're saying, hey, if you really liked what we offered you, please talk about it. Share it on social media. 2 or 3 weeks after the event, when they came home from their honeymoon, we'd hit them back up and say, would you mind writing a review. Even better, could we get a video testimonial that we can then use for our social media page?
Great for you. That's
cool.
That's the way it should be done. That's good.
All right, hey, hit us with the plugs for your socials. Where can people find you and find out about what you're doing?
So for me as the DJ, you can always get me at DJ Phony Stark. That's a PHONY, just like Tony, but with a PH on all social media there. Also, you can find me at Bradley W. Skinner on all social media. I'd love to have you follow, check out, and connect. We'd love to share more ideas. And as you guys said at the beginning of the show, it's always continue learning. So I'd love to continue learning from all of you.
Absolutely.
Look, man, we really appreciate your time. We'll connect again soon. Hopefully at some point we can do this. We can get a beer over, not over the internet. So find you at a mobile beat or someplace like that. And we'll keep,
absolutely.
We'll stay in contact until then.
Be safe, man. It was nice meeting you and have a great season.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Bye-bye.
That was cool, dude.
I like
right?
Phony Stark.
Yeah. At some point, it'd be nice to kind of catch up with him and have a drink and in Vegas.
Should we be honest with people real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Would you want to be honest?
That was last year. We do this out of order. It's okay. It's just you get it, right? It's all good.
I've already said this a few times. I don't know if we need to beat the proverbial dead horse, but look, you guys know two things. We've always mentioned we don't always record these things in order, right? Sometimes we take the best bits of that and this and put it together into an episode. And there has been a fairly significant amount of time since the last time we recorded together.
A little busy last year.
A little busy.
Yeah,
so
all good. But speaking of Vegas, that's kind of why we're resurrecting this, is because we are prepping for Vegas, and we wanted to kind of give some nuggets about what we're doing to prepare and all that type of stuff. So
I'm sure Mickey and the SEO dudes over there are going to put all kinds of hashtag MEX on this. We're super fired up that we're getting to attend and present.
Not only attend, but
at the brand new MEX convention, which is we're super excited about. Out of the ashes of the old,
you remember that?
Is that too dramatic? Out of the ashes of the old Mobile Bee convention that we know and love so much, comes MEX. The dudes that run that are really cool. We're really excited about helping them with presenting, but because we're fired up about that, so we thought that'd be a great topic for today, is to talk about attending these shows,
because it really should be purposeful. Right? I mean, there's a lot of things everything from outfits to what you're going to do in Vegas. And obviously there's a safety thing going on right now if you're into that. But, as far as the convention and get the most out of it, that's what we're going to talk about.
Right now it's all over about like, hey, are you going? Are you not going? What's your safety concern? Is it worth it? Never been to one before. We should check this out someday. And we've done a topic a couple episodes ago about, hey, are these kinds of things, are they worthwhile? So we're going to take a little bit of a different slant today and not just talk about, okay, it's worthwhile. We're assuming at this point, you slap down your money, you're going, you're looking at how to do that with luggage and masks and all that stuff. So what we're going to talk about today is how to suck the most out of it. That didn't sound great. Let me try that again.
No, that was good. That was great. How to suck with both balls.
How to get the most out of your experience while you're there. Because look, they're not cheap, right? And this is an investment. And so we want to talk about, from our experience of being both attendees of these things, as well as presenters at a few of these things, like how to get the most out of your time and your investment, because you're paying big coin to go to this stuff. Yeah. As a person who's foot the bill for these a million times, what's key to you about sucking out? Why do I keep doing that?
Yeah.
We'll see what he does. See how the editing works.
I mean, the thing is now is like you've got to plan the week first off, and we look at it from a couple of different angles. First, I mean, outfits. You're representing a brand. I mean, you're going to lay everything out. What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be doing some sightseeing? Are you going to be just kind of, staying local? Are you going to be going out to dinner? And not for nothing, wear some decent clothes around the convention. How many times have we been to these conventions where we see, other DJs just look like ass?
Yeah, man.
Seriously. I mean, you're representing your brand. Lay out a nice outfit. All right?
Build on that, because one thing you've always, you've been the king of, always teaching the rest of us about, is using these things as opportunities for branding, right? So you're there, you're sharpening the sword. There's some value in telling your clients about this, right?
How are you going to do that with a pair of Levi's, some New Balances and a polo shirt?
Co-host, check to see if he's wearing Levi's.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not saying you got to wear like a suit like Marcello. Always looks great.
Yeah.
But representing yourself well. So.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Jump on more about that, about how you find the opportunities to look. I mean, like I said, you're making this investment to bettering your business. Your clients should know that you're doing that, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, so laying out your outfits in the plan is one thing, but you also should communicate, what you're going to be doing. I mean, whether you're vlogging, doing pictures, you're going to be doing, tons of content. You're in Vegas for Christ's sake, right? So tell everybody. It should be on your socials. Your clients should know. Why does that matter? Because now they see that the summit they've invested their hard-earned money into is going to a convention to learn more things to bring back to their celebration. They should know that, right? Yeah. And I always love it. We're bringing our squad this year.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the squad. So we have done these things, just the two of us before. More often, we try to bring as many people from the company as possible to be there. So walk me through, what are the benefits? I mean, I know what they are, but what are the benefits that you can communicate about? Okay, increasing that investment, try to subsidize or however you can to get as much of your crew there as possible.
Well, there's always strength in numbers. There's strength in numbers visually, especially, when you guys are all wearing the same swag. But there's strength in numbers, as an appeal for people looking in, but also looking out. I mean, look at all the you have your team from Sunday at 2 o'clock. It starts in the airport bar, and all the memories that are built, right, until Thursday at that red eye. How many we were just talking about the other day, how many memories where we got stuck on a train.
Well, how many stories start with the crew was in Vegas for Mobile Beat?
Right.
Now it's going to be the crew was in Vegas for MEX.
And there's not really a time clock. I mean, not saying you're trying to take advantage of your employees, but I mean, we're always talking shop, and we're immersing ourselves in the language, in the culture, and we love doing this. That's why we're doing it, and there's strength in that.
And we're going to jump back into the intrinsic value of having your crew there, what the value is of having them there at the show. But I would say, just to jump on one of the things you just said, look, we're blessed with, I think, as a company, with a really high retention. I mean, I'm very proud of our retention rate of DJs who stay with us for a long time. I mean, we tend to have staff people and employees who stay with us a long time.
Yeah.
I think that's no small measure that we get them out to these kinds of things, that we take them to do these team building, build these stories, right?
Yeah.
People stay for that stuff.
Yeah, they've earned it. I mean, especially after a year like last year,
right.
They've earned it. I mean, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. I mean, there's certainly some cons into it, but you always run the risk of bringing someone there and, oh, hey, look at me, and then they go off and start their own company and all that type of stuff. There's always cons.
Yeah, we couldn't get through an episode. All right. All right. So I also want to talk about, having your crew there during the education part, there's value in that too, right? I mean, there's look, I was looking at the MEX schedule. I mean, there's a lot of great content. I'll be straight. Look, I've been vocal about this before. Previous iterations of this conference or other conference I've been to, sometimes you really got to dig to find the gold nuggets, right? And,
yeah.
Sift through a bunch of stuff I don't think we care about or whatever to get to the good stuff. But at MEX this year, man, there seems to be a lot of really good presenters and content. So there's value in having your crew there for that, right? Because you can just divvy them up and send people to
a
different
divide
things.
and conquer type of thing. Another thing personally that I've learned is that you never want to shut the doors on these seminars just based on who's presenting them.
That's true.
And what the content is. You can always walk out. I mean, if you're going to be a little iffy about, I'm not sure I'm going to like that.
And don't be scared to walk out.
Towards the back. Yeah, exactly. But divide and conquer, you have some, because what we used to do is we laid the plan out, like the pamphlet,
right?
And then we'd always pick, all right, who's going to this? John, you're going to this. I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go to this. And then you divide and conquer. You get more people watching different seminars and listening to different
I think you just hit
seminars.
it, right? So you had mentioned one of the first things you said was have a plan for the week. And sure, part of that means you'll have a plan for, hey, yeah, look, we're going to be at work from this time to this time. Then here's things we want to do outside of the conference. Hey, look, we're in Vegas. We're going to do some things. But I think what you just hit on there, that's the real key, right? Is before you get there and just go crazy and have a good time, you will. I mean, it's going to be a good time. Then you're like, oh, screw it.
It's going to be too late.
You screw up the plan. You need to go and lay out, like you said, the flow chart of who's going where and seeing what conference, reminding your team that, look, if you think it's not valuable, don't waste your opportunity to go see something that is valuable. get up. I mean, I apologize to the presenters if any of my crew gets up and walks out of your conference, but like, you've spent the money. You've got limited time. If you're feeling that you're in a conference that doesn't apply, you're in an education seminar or a session that doesn't apply to you, don't sit there and just like sleep through it. Like, get up and go find one that does apply to you.
I feel that there's always something you can get out of any one of these seminars.
Sure.
You know, for example, we're not a gamey company, right? We don't do games. We don't do shticks, stuff like that. I'm sure that I can go into one of these seminars put on by a very reputable, experienced presenter and get a little nugget out of that. So you really have to kind of just... If you get less people or if you're a solo op, you really have to kind of really just dive in and see what seminar is going to be the best and make the best of it. You can always don't slam the door on a presenter just because it looks cheesy or whatever.
That's true. Be open-minded, I think is the word there, but also don't waste your time either. Now, one of the things you've always made us do when we do have a crew and we're spending the morning and afternoon at these educational sessions, is at the end of it, before we get to have fun, before shenanigans go down, and shenanigans will go down, that we recap, right? We sit someplace quiet with the crew. You break out your notes from these sessions and try to share, what you've learned, so you don't just lose it, right? So we don't have sent one of our guys to a cool session and then, the information stops there. We want that to be, shared with the crew. So recap session before you have fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good closing session. Either we end up, I remember times that we're ending up at a bar, we're having a drink, and all right, what do we learn? That one seminar that you're talking about this, maybe this new technology or maybe it was a sponsored seminar by a manufacturer bringing out a new piece of tech. We're all engaged. So it's just kind of like a synopsis of what we saw for the day, who we ran into, who we talked about, what you learned. Oh, you remember that one problem that we're having, about this, maybe it's text message marketing, and oh yeah, I saw this one, seminar about that. And it's good closure. So from a company standpoint, it's not like, all right, everybody, you're going to Vegas, just go. I mean, this is a way from a managerial standpoint to get some return on that investment is, did your people learn something? And if they know that at the end of the day, they're going to be, asked about it, it helps them pay attention more, because, I don't know, you get in there on Sunday, you get Wednesday, you get a little snoozy come 10 a.m., right? So maybe they're going to stay awake.
Certainly possible.
Yeah. So
one thing I want to say though is we've a lot of this content we just talked about is geared towards companies that are bringing a crew. If you're not bringing a crew, I mean, you can replicate all these things, but you're going to have to be social. You're going to have to meet people. Like, go out of your way to day one, sit in the front row and meet somebody else who seems excited about being there and make friends. Like, hey, do you want to meet after the day and talk about things that you saw that I didn't see? Or, meet somebody that's from your area. Put it up on your socials before you leave and say, anyone else from Philly going to the show, do you want to meet up and recap at the end of each day so we know that we've gotten the most out of it? I mean, you've got to not be scared to do that stuff. And one of the ways, which I have notes in my lap, one of the next things I want to talk about is that, look, you're in Vegas or wherever the conference you're thinking about going. They're always in fun places. I mean, no one's having a stay in Poughkeepsie. Sorry, whoever's in Poughkeepsie. I don't know. First thing I thought of. Yeah. These places are places that are fun. Yeah. So there's going to be a lure to, the minute work's over, or maybe it's not even over, to go and soak up the fun of the town you're in this case, Vegas. And so you may, and we've fell into this trap before, thought that the fun outside of the conference would be more fun than whatever the social thing that the conference is putting on. But what we found is you really need to go to those social opportunities that the conference is putting on, right?
Of course.
Right.
Yeah, you really need to. I mean, you have to network. And when I started this company and, I didn't go from 0 to having 10 people that we're bringing to Vegas. I was in Vegas plenty of times as a solo op. But you got to go outside the hotel room. You got to go outside the casino. And you've got to go to these social networking events. And even if you don't like the headliner or whatever, or oh my gosh, this is cheesy, or I don't want to listen to another DJ, I'm a great DJ. You don't know who you're going to run into. I mean, what you're going to do, who you're going to meet. I mean, there's plenty of times you can go out and do some sightseeing and just go out and network and talk to people and learn stuff. This is the place that you want to go and talk to other DJs who aren't in your backyard and you're afraid about giving away your trade secrets. This is where you want to do it.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to it.
I've fallen into this trap before where we've looked at it like, hey, we can go to Marquee tonight, or we can go to the thing that the conference is putting on. And we've not always chosen that. But, and then when I hear about the fun that people had and, the networking they did and things they learned or ran into Ben Stowe or somebody that they got a great deal. I mean, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah.
So
There's so much, a wealth of knowledge going to be there between Drax and Joe Bun and everybody. I mean, these people are legends in the industry. You can talk to up and coming people too. So, or talk to us. We have cool shirts.
We will have
going to be giving away.
We're giving away.
We like to think we're smart.
I wish I had the prototype, but next week
it's coming. Sorry. So yeah, it was good.
All right. I guess just to kind of wrap it up too, we hit on a little bit, but being open-minded. I mean, I would say that for us, some of the biggest moments of transformation of our company, from when we were really small to now we're a bigger company, you can trace back some pretty momentous moments
for sure
to these conferences where we decided to make transformations. Whether it was a new technology or we decided to add photo booths a million years ago, or hey, we were one of the first people to jump on uplighting in 2007 or whatever that was. But I think other big thing too is take this opportunity to be open-minded about changing your business, taking on a mentor. I mean, there's so many, and this is not just a plug like, hey, you should come to our seminar. You should. It's going to be good.
Really, you should.
And we love sharing information and helping other DJs. And that's why we do this podcast, besides it's fun. But be open-minded. Find somebody that you like. We did in 2000, I don't know where that was, 9 or 10.
Yeah.
We found somebody that was instrumental in helping us take our business to the next level, and it was traced back to then Mobile Beat, and so find your person, find the person like, that's what I want, that's the kind of company I want, and find a way to take them on as a mentor, and here's your opportunity. Don't let it pass.
Biggest advice I can give is leave the old person at home. When you go to Vegas and you're going to come back more educated, you've got to bring something back. You got to strive to better yourself. Because if you're not, I mean, I don't know, maybe that's what you want to do, is just kind of stay in the same place for years and charge the same rate. But if you want to better yourself, you need to go and learn something. So as much as the technology room and the show space, the exhibition hall is great, what's really going to move your business is going to happen in the seminars. I'll just leave that right there. All
right, so final plug. Somewhere here in the bottom, Mickey's going to put some information about MEX and PBX.
Can't wait, man.
Yeah, Rob, thank you for having us, the showrunner of that show.
Yeah.
We appreciate you having us, and can't wait.
Industry needs it. Everybody have a safe trip. We will see you in Las Vegas.
All right, so there are things that need to be done now. We're going to bring Jordan in, and it's time to go, right? I mean,
are we live in this? Or was that the send off?
No, we got to get into the next segment where, again, breaking the fourth wall here. This is recorded.
All right, we're going to edit that.
But
all right, cool. We have a cool segment.
Rich's ass in a BPM. Here we go.
But it's time.
It's time to get your. I can't say it because we're on public access.
Ass kicked.
But it's that BPM.
Those
Mickey,
people mind if I say ass?
BPM footage.
Pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, I get the bag.
All right, so this is BPM, Beats Per Minute. It's the game show of competitive DJ debates. Our friend Mickey, the producer in the box, is going to read a topic, and Rich and I get 1 minute each. Hence the name, Beats Per Minute.
Yes.
To debate that topic, we'll yell at each other, and then Jordan's on the couch again. What up, Jordan?
What up?
Jordan had her birthday this past week, too.
Yeah, nobody remembered but me.
No one remembered.
Oh, because you're the kid. Never mind. Go ahead.
It was on Sunday.
But Jordan is going to tell us who's right and help us break it down. But I'm ready.
Also timing,
I'm
y'all.
all business today. I'm feeling there will be no shenanigans.
Okay.
All business.
Let's see how that plays out.
Oh, dang.
All right, Mickey.
Bold strategy,
Spin the
Cotton.
wheel of death and
Spin it.
hit me with your best shot.
All right, your first question today. Are DJ names still a thing?
Are DJ names still a thing?
Rich Cranston, go.
I'm going first. Are DJ names still a thing? F no? Absolutely not. You know, if you're no, that's it. That's all I got.
That's what you got.
Absolutely not.
No.
That is so cheesy and just nope. No DJ names.
Yeah, it's a challenge. And I think that with everything, there's some context here. In our industry, the special event industry, absolutely not. It's a very weird flex to say DJ whoever you are. Like I need to put those letters in front of my name for them to know I'm the DJ. For God's sakes, I'm standing behind speakers with a microphone in my hand. I think it's pretty obvious what my role is today. But look, I mean, you know, in the festival or the live event, you know, I hate saying club DJs, but you know, I think there's
that's a good.
there's a stage name is probably still a thing. I mean, I'm not producing records, right? I'm not headlining some EDM festival. So, you know, for me in our industry, if we're keeping it inside the scope of our industry, yeah, it's passé. It's silly. It's like.
So for wedding DJs, corporate DJs, zero on the name, but I do think you're right when you're talking about club. I mean, you have to have that persona. You have to have that moniker.
I guess. I would just say that there are successful DJs that do. There's successful DJs that don't. I mean, David Guetta is his real name, but Avicii is not. So, I mean, who am I to challenge those people? But in our industry, I think
Jordan slapped me with a newspaper. Jordan, what do you think?
Oh, she's yelling at me this 1 minute.
John went
You didn't
over.
make a buzzer sound. Make the fucking buzzer sound.
Do you want the buzzer sound?
I
It's
do. Yes.
What are you thinking?
I think it's only useful for like rap DJs, like Nicki Minaj DJs, like DJ Booth, and it's like his personality. Like that's pretty much it for concert
it's
DJs. But for
contextual,
us, not like you said, David Guetta, Avicii, they don't know they're DJs, but you don't need to know. Like the only other people who are standing between two speakers and a microphone are singers.
It was cool back in the day. Like I started out with DJ Italy, right? You know,
Yeah, but you're doing.
There was clubs. There was clubs.
You're doing PXY
'cause-
stuff, radio stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, contextually, that might still make sense. I mean,
what's your DJ name? It's Rich Cranston.
but I do think that if a high-end prospective client went to our website, and on our bios of our staff, it was a bunch of DJ names.
Right.
Thank you. Next.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, that goes along with the Scotty B, the Johnny R, the Richie C.
Yeah.
You know, no offense to Mikey V, that actually just sounds good, and people can't pronounce your last name. They can't pronounce Raf's name either. No, but he'll probably watch this. But
very good.
But yeah, all right, yeah, very good. So DJ names passé unless you're Duke in the club.
Man,
what's up, man?
We just agreed on that.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay, I'm actually timing you. You'll get a radar.
All right, Mickey.
It's not as fun.
Question dose.
All right, this is an interesting one for you. Let me see what you got on this one. With the rise of social media as a primary source of leads for the wedding demographic, is a DJ company dating themselves by even having a website?
That's a good question. I think the answer right now is still no, that a website still makes sense. I mean, look, I think we're a good barometer. I mean, we're a large multi-op company, and I would say that probably more than 90% of our incoming business is still coming from the contact form of our website. So the market, at least, you know, I think it's a big enough sample size on our industry, for our industry, that our company, who does about 350 events, is a good enough barometer to say it's not passé if we're still getting 90% or more of our business from the contact form of our website. However, I think that we can probably see on the horizon that a website might be something that at some point would date you to a certain time. I mean, as social media and your profiles and those kinds of things become more prominent, as people that have always used social media in their lifetime as their primary source for communication is getting to the age of being married, that we may see more of that. But right now, no, I think that a website's still pretty critical.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and there are companies out there with no presence. which is really dangerous. So yeah, so my answer is based on data and analytics and tracking and all that stuff. And yes, absolutely, you have to have a website. It's still irrelevant. But now more than ever do I see, especially the generation like our kids, when they get of marriage age and shopping for I mean, it's going to be a whole different ball game.
Totally.
Right? I mean, and just you look at all the different platforms, TikTok, and I mean, Snapchat's not really a thing anymore. Instagram is still very, very white hot.
Sure.
But all of those platforms, in order to seek or YouTube, I mean, just seek out and learn, is crazy. So right now, yes, you have to have a website. In our business, we don't see a heck of a lot of Instagram. I would say probably less than 5%. But everything is coming through referrals and the contact form on the website. So
yeah,
keep it up.
So speaking of that generation, though, I mean, Jordan is much closer to that generation than we are.
I think we are keeping up with the times as needed. Do we necessarily need to go on TikTok as a company? I don't think so.
Please no.
I don't think y'all can handle TikTok, okay? You have to spend time on TikTok. Usually people my age download it ironically, and we're like, oh, it's just, and then we get sucked in. It's not our fault. I think the website is the best way. Instagram is kind of like, it's okay, but it's not a home-based place where everybody can just check out every single thing. We can only put so much of our information on there, and we're trying to create some kind of like aesthetic on our Instagram where like
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't see yet. I mean, there's a permanence. I mean, obviously you got to update your website, but there's a permanence to a website that I just don't find yet on social media, right? So if I didn't have a website, we're like, okay, forget that. We're looking for this younger demographic. They're on Instagram. Your Instagram page is so dynamic. There's not like that basis of content in a permanent way needed for someone to act upon it, right? I mean pictures of the cool, interesting things we post on Instagram are great incentives, I think definitely help. And it might be hard to track how much that's influencing a buying decision. Yeah. But there's not like a permanent landing spot so much on Instagram, right?
So, yeah. I mean, the other thing, too, I see a lot of platforms coming out, especially the conventions, like Thumbtack, or what's the other one? Honeybee, and one of our listeners, Duke, he mentioned Reddit. Right. I mean, it really kind of depends on really where your business is. I mean, there's DJs that I know that are exclusively off YouTube and Instagram.
Well, I see DJs
we even
on
get
TikTok.
leads from Facebook still.
Sure.
Where they don't.
I see them on TikTok too. I follow a couple of DJs on TikTok. Do I steal their style? Like what they're mixing? Oh yeah, because I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. I never thought of that. But I don't think the people on TikTok care as much as like the people like us would care if we're on it, know?
Right. I think that the combination platter of all these devices is what's key, right? For me, take it back a little bit. When we've discussed the importance of doing bridal shows, right? For us, we kind of figured out that the bridal show in itself isn't valuable, or the magazine itself isn't valuable. It's the combination of those two things, right? Like they pick up the wedding magazine, they see your ad for the bridal show on the back of the magazine, they go to the bridal show, they see your big booth. Those things are all connected. Separated, you may not be making the impression you want. Those things together become successful. I think the same thing is with the digital media, that you have to have those things, even if they're not yet what's the primary origination of the lead. Yeah. But look, if they go to your website or they start at Instagram, they see a compelling image, they connect it to your website, they go to your website, they see more content that is compelling, and then they hit the contact form. It's a combination of those things.
Yeah. Another thing too is, depending on the platform is the quality of lead you'll get. Right? I mean, I'm going to date myself, but Yellow Pages were a huge thing in the early part of our business, right? But the Yellow Page couple was the budget couple, right? And then, we had higher paying clients from different platforms, but, not saying they're not going to get you leads, but when you're tracking leads, it's always important to, first of all, you have to ask. You got to find out where your business is coming from, number one. And number two is you have to use the question, how did you first learn about Encore Events?
Yeah.
I mean, they could have seen a sticker in the parking lot or a billboard, but if they search Google and that's where they got the phone number, the credit goes to Google.
Sure.
Okay?
That's why some of these things are hard to put your thumb on. It's like you don't want to discount. We're beating this topic up. I think it's important, but you don't want to just discount that social media platform as not having been effective just because the person on your contact form didn't say they first heard of you on Instagram. They may have actually heard of you first on Instagram and it made a subconscious impression. And then when they're ready to make a buying decision, they Google it and whether they remember it or not, maybe they saw you on Instagram. So you can't just throw, and we've had this discussion a lot, like, well, why are we still involved in this whatever marketing, bridal show, magazine, whatever, because it's last on our source of leads. Well, maybe, but maybe it made an impression that we don't even know about. You know what I mean? It's tough to corral that. But we beat this topic up a million times. All right, Mickey, I think we're good. Let's do it. Let's do some more.
Here you go. What's the best way to get comfortable with the crowd?
Well, Mickey, I put on a little slow
This is
50
going sideways.
BPM
And your time has
James
started.
Brown.
Is this clock going?
Oh yeah. it is.
Then the best way to get comfortable with a crowd is I'm personal. For me, I'm personal. I'll greet them. I'll smile at them. I will talk. Huh?
Who?
Me.
Who
At
you
a
talking
wedding. Huh?
Okay.
To get comfortable with the crowd. It's because you're building a rapport, right? No, I'm not buying them chocolates. I'm getting comfortable with them. I'm building a
Flowers?
rapport.
There's no touching, right?
No, there's definitely no touching. Jesus. Yeah, so it's all about the rapport building, right? And that starts really, at the beginning of the event. You give them a nice big smile. You're talking to them. Hey, how's it going? Oh my gosh, dude. Love those shoes, right? I mean, that's all happened this season. And, they come up to you later in the night, talk requests and whatnot.
You're talking about
great, very
random
comfortable.
people?
All right, yeah. That's my answer, and that's how
I'm
get
just trying to understand.
lots of requests for Rich Cranston. All right, Johnny Roach.
No, I was trying
Speaking
to
of which, Jamie Vendel just joined. She was part of your
What's up, Jamie?
client roster. How'd you get comfortable with your clients?
Well, okay. So I was actually, I wasn't trying to be a smart ass 100% when I was asking this question. I was specifically asking, like, who are these people you're talking to? Are you talking about just like guests, random guests? Are you talking about a specific segment of the guests? Are you talking about doing that on a microphone? So I'll get more specific. I think we're probably saying the same thing, but I'm going to get just more specific. For me, the number one key to becoming comfortable with the group at large is to pick the stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders and the influencers of this group, right? Every group has influencers. And for me, this is often the bridal party. So sometimes I know the bridal party, like maybe I did some of their weddings, or I've known them from meeting them through the process or whatever. But my goal, like during cocktail hour, once I get cocktail rolling, and we actually had this discussion about should we be live mixing cocktail, and I'm always on the edge of maybe, because during cocktail hour, I'm doing, I think, some valuable stuff. And one of the things I'm doing is, look, if they're outside at the golf club getting pictures taken, I'm gonna go hang out with the bridal party. Say, hi, I'm your DJ. Get you guys anything? How you guys doing? How's your smile feeling? All these fake smiles. I need more minutes. So I'm trying to build rapport with people I think are going to influence the whole group, because having rapport with the bridal party to me is going to make the biggest impact on the whole group. If they're comfortable with me, they're acting like I'm their guy. That kind of permeates, I think, to the group at large.
Why can't you DJ and have your assistant do that and still win over the crowd?
Because
it doesn't matter who goes in.
Because I think my personality is better. I mean, that's why they picked me to be their DJ instead of my new assistant. But I think
what you're actually doing is talking to people, not actually DJing.
Right. So I'm going out there and chatting them up because I want them to become. I need these people to do stuff. Like, it's subconscious. This is going to sound cheesy, but later in the night, when I say put your freaking hands up, I want them to do it. Not like, who is that guy?
Well, I mean, the thing about, and I, before we pass this to Jordan, is, and I've witnessed on several occasions over the last 18 months your huddles, and they're by far the best huddles I've ever seen. My huddles aren't that good, right? Just the rapport that you build with your crowd. I mean, everyone just freaking loves you. I mean, and it's definitely good.
Well, I do good huddles because I do good groundwork before the huddles. Like,
it'd be tough for me. I do a banter. Like when we're doing our wedding huddle before we do introductions. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to chat them up. I am trying to be informative about what's going to happen. But there's no way I could pull off the humor part of that if I hadn't like gone around through cocktail hour and met these people. I'm influencing the stakeholders. I'm influencing the people that I think will influence the group. Jordan, what say you?
The way I get comfortable, I call it the Valerie Hall approach. Shout out to my mom. It's my mom. I typically just, she just seems so comfortable with like random people. She'll go up to like someone and be like, honey, how are you doing? Oh my God. Yes, I love the top. Like I'll schmooze. I'll pretty much schmooze with the people. But it's my energy when I'm DJing. Yes. I'm already comfortable how I am. I will never see you again. I just hope that you have a good time while I'm here. And I'm going to exert all my energy to that day for you as my client, as anybody. And I hope I've booked people based off of weddings and just my energy in general and just being me. I'm comfortable with who I am in general.
That is so 100% true. It's funny that her name is Jordan, because asking Jordan the question of how do you get comfortable with a group is like asking Michael Jordan, how do you be good at basketball? Right? It just happens. I mean, Jordan is one of these people blessed that have a gravity to her, an energy, a palpable vibe that people are just comfortable. And that's why she's right now probably getting requested, you know, from our staff at a 2-to-1 clip over the rest of us. So it's us, it's the old dude, it's the receding hairline, 40-something-year-old guy trying to, you know, with my fingernails dig into relevance that has to find these tricks of like become friends with the bridal party and do these things that we're talking about. Jordan can just be Jordan. I mean, Jordan can stand at her DJ table and just be her, and her energy's coming off of her, and people are just going to gravitate to her and become friends. She'll have 15 friends 20 minutes after the wedding starts.
You asked me about my first wedding, like that first week. You were just like, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? I was like, I'm great. You're not nervous? No, because I'm a boss-ass bitch.
I mean,
Mickey, that's the intro to the show, by the way.
But the thing is, Johnny, I mean, though, we're, as DJs, we play music. So communicate through music.
Sure.
You know, I'm 43, going on 44. Let me tell you something. That my dance floor this past Saturday was all very young people, wanted EDM and hip hop and Drake and everything, right? And
that ratchet stuff like Usher.
yeah. And let me tell you something. They party their asses off. And they didn't ask me how old I was, you know, no. But you know, I just, you communicate through music.
I get it.
So you're talking about relevance. I mean,
I'm just saying
be relevant
that
with your music.
Some people have the physical gifts. Some of us have to have a plan, right? A strategy.
So you're saying you're on the way out?
No.
You saying his age?
I have to be the dude at the gym shooting 500 free throws to make the team. Jordan, it just plays basketball. You know what I'm saying?
I'm 6'5".
Jordan's Michael Jordan. I have to be at the gym shooting free throws.
She does dance pretty well, though, too.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
That's how I got my shots and my birthday drink this past weekend.
Right.
Twerking and splitting
Jordan
and
twerks in the park.
Oh,
shit. You twerk? Huh. Okay. Never seen that before.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bag.
So we're gonna do one of our favorite segments, which is setup wars,
switch it up
with a little bit of a
little
twist.
bit of twist, because bridal shows, we haven't had many of them recently.
They're coming.
However, they're coming, and
they're on
it's a great way to see
some
some good and not so good booze.
Yeah, so I think it's time for DJs to start thinking about their bridal shows. I know I am. I just got a quote for some new materials for that. But hey, with us we have Jordan, we have Mikey V, some of our Encore personality regulars on the couch. What up, y'all?
Hey, what's happening?
I'm not sure what that face was that Jordan just made. All right, so we're going to do setup wars, but the bridal show booth episode.
Oh, God.
Mickey, give me the setup wars video.
Here we go. First one's coming up.
We're going to look at it, talk about it, give it a score.
I like it. I like it because it brings... Okay, first off, what is the business? I think it's a photographer.
You have to assume.
Right? So $500 off. It's got a little deal going on. But you got some bistro lights. You're bringing the person, the couples, whomever, into the moment. There's some chairs, a little rug. Picture of what you do. It's very clean. It's very tasteful. Is that a moon? Oh, it's their name. You just made it into a moon. That's cool.
That's no moon. It's
yeah.
a battle station.
I love it a lot. I'm actually going to give it a score 7.5 for me. That's very, very good.
You're already giving it a score.
I'm already giving it a score. I'm being efficient today.
Well, I think it's fantastic. I mean, it's a really good booth. I think that if I have to look back, I mean, the only look, it's so nasty. It's great. There's nothing that good at bridal shows. Very seldomly, the bridal shows we go to, do you see something that good? It's that good. The only critique I make is the branding is very subtle. Like I'm looking at this. Obviously, I know it's a photographer. They have pictures hanging from a clothesline. They have all these big images. Obvious photographer, but there's very little branding to remind you of what vendor this is. I mean, I'm squinting and I'm looking. Oh, you blurred it out. It's still pretty small. It's still pretty subtle.
The blur out actually looks pretty good, though, Mickey. It
The
looks
blur
like a
out
moon.
looks like the topography of the moon. Anyway, it's a great setup.
Yeah.
If we're doing the scores right away, this is an 8.5 for me. It's nasty. It's real good.
I really like their portraits that they have.
And you're
out
in the
there.
engagement session.
I don't
of
know
your life right
if
now.
those are printed on glass. That looks really cool. I think that they're more.
Yeah, it might be metal or glass. It's something dope.
Photography is definitely their forte. I don't think that they're very artistic. I would have done something different with the sign. Maybe make the 500 bigger and put in some colors. That's my only.
Yeah, the branding is the only challenge.
Okay, Jordan?
You're getting married, so you should. This should be like. I love your opinion as someone who needs to go to bridal shows, perhaps, or have recently been, from the standpoint of
Mikey's
being
getting married too.
Someone getting married.
Yeah, this is the marriage.
Right, both of you guys.
Except we're not getting married.
We're not getting married.
Not together.
No. I feel like from a design standpoint, it's nice. We just need maybe a bigger area rug to make it seem like a little bit more. It feels kind of like, I'm stepping into my living room kind of feel, or my sitting room. And hey, you're coming over for a cup of tea. Let's look at some photos of my wedding. That's what I feel like the vibe that they don't want to say she or he, they are going for. I like the shelving. It looks like someone's home, but not like, your house is messy home. Like, it looks like you.
No, I agree. This makes me want to sit down
Very
and look
homey.
at those albums that are on that
Yeah,
shelf.
for
I want to
sure.
sit down and look at these
I
albums.
don't
love
know
the
what
Bistro
booth
Lights,
has seating except the rental spot booths at the bridal show. But whenever I like that it's, here's the possibilities of what your photos will look like. If you blow them up this big, if you put yourself in the center of attention. But I would give it an 8 to be different from John.
Also 8.
Yeah. I mean, this screams clean, crisp, creative.
Yeah, it's nasty. Yeah, I love it.
By nasty, he means good.
By nasty, he means excellent.
Yikes.
They're also going fishing.
My
Did you see the
goodness.
cooler? They have a cooler right there.
So why don't you guys go first on the couch here?
Oh, God.
With this thing.
So, I mean, a lot of displays, but this is like a Fisher-Price DJ setup. I've seen those speakers at the flea market. He just kind of, or she just, or they just kind of mashed everything together, and it's not clean.
Not me being slow.
Not for me.
I think the whiteboard is the DJs. I think that's like their name, like their initials.
Where are you looking?
The whiteboard. Where it says it's the cross. And
I think it's a game that you usually have at bridal shows to get people to come over and get engaged. Like spin the wheel and this and that. It might be a little game.
I agree.
Ew. They have several coolers for whatever reason. I mean, this means that
They got to stay hydrated at that bridal show.
either they're gonna get crunk or they have their submarine sandwich in there ready to go. And they're going on a fishing trip for a whole day. I don't like how it's too much. The screens are awful. They're awfully placed. It's just.
It doesn't show
What do you mean?
how they
There's
would
4
set up your
TVs.
wedding.
Also, what am I being sold? TVs here? I'm at Best Buy. Oh my gosh, Mickey, it's Best Buy.
It's an RCA.
It's an RCA. This is the back corner of Best Buy. I can't. This is awful. Ugh, God. What you doing?
What I think this booth needs is another fucking off-size TV. Just some random stuff. I mean, okay, you're a DJ. First of all, clients don't care what your controller is. There's no reason to turn that around to face it to the public. Then you're a DJ, but your music is coming from a battery-powered, light-up Walmart speaker. Really? That's what you're gonna do? You're gonna say, "Hey, look at me, I'm a DJ." Okay, if that's what you want to do, I get it. You're going to a bridal show. You probably are doing that on a Sunday after you worked all night on a Saturday. So you don't want to bring your whole rig in to play music at the Bridal Show, but you want to have some music. So, okay.
But you bring in
But you bring in 4 TVs, right? I was gonna say you bring in 4 fucking TVs.
Right.
So and you can't cart in a K12.
But you can't cart in a whole speaker.
I get it. But hide the thing, right? Don't show off that you brought the LED lit Walmart speaker. Put that thing on your table or something. I mean, I don't know.
Put John at blinky lights as the bass hits.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude! There's no branding here. I guess the videos would have the branding. I don't know why there's a whiteboard. This is just silly. I don't know what's going on.
Mickey blurred out the
They
one.
might do videography, and that's just like some other stuff.
Well, why
that
is
they
the
have set
DJ
up.
rack there then,
They're showing
Mikey?
the DJ rack. I don't know what's
It
going on.
makes no sense. They're
We don't
either
know what it
selling
is.
lunch
Well, they might be
or
playing music,
TVs.
and if that was the case, now the DJ's back us to the
Yeah, they're
crowd.
DJing backwards.
It's weird.
And look, okay,
Back
I
that
ain't gonna
DJ
talk
up.
too much shit. Like on a Sunday bridal show, I am probably exhausted and need a little food and a little something to drink. I think cooler's a smart idea.
You
But
brought
put
2
that
coolers
shit
though.
there.
2 coolers.
Well, put them somewhere. Hide them.
Put 2 coolers.
Put the
The
ham
most-
sandwich.
Look, my
beneath the
grandparents
table,
have these
bro.
coolers.
Crazy,
These are the most
man.
ghetto coolers I've ever seen in my
I don't know if you
entire
guys
life.
rated this. This is a 2.5.
This is a whole pile
You
of
get,
poop.
you get point.
All right,
I'll give you a 0.5
I'm
for
talking
every
about
stream.
symmetry, right? So symmetry with this, you got big TV up top, low TV on the bottom, and then you get 2 small TVs.
Yeah.
The daughters are missing their TVs from the bedrooms when they wake up on Sunday for
Yeah.
their pancakes.
You're grounded.
But there's a little symmetry going on, but then there's the game. Every bridal show, there's like a spin the wheel and win some shit.
This is a
But
whiteboard?
this is a whiteboard game that we're going to play Hangman on. And but we got some uplighting. Okay. Wow.
It's a giant mess. I don't
Nope.
know. 2.5
No,
for me.
I'll give you a 1.75 just for lifting that 52 up on that
You
total.
gave him a 0.25 for every TV panel.
Yes.
You guys scores on this monstrosity?
That's a 2 for me. I like the floor. I like the rug. And I like the
So
ceiling.
you like something?
don't get
When did
credit
you
for
like something?
It's better than that other one.
It is the best
Yeah,
convention center rug I've seen.
Yeah.
You get a 1 for half a point for each big ass TV, not
Big
the
ass
small ass
TV.
TVs.
Wow.
With your big ass
With your
TV.
big ass TV.
All right, Mickey.
Yo.
Give us this next one.
Damn.
Mikey and Jordan, what do you think?
Oh, is it a bakery? It looks very busy.
Yeah, it is busy.
That's
I see some scones and some muffins. Okay,
So we have one
okay.
of
So
these
you're
set
giving
up
some
near me.
inspiration on how to decorate your okay. All right.
well, I can go.
Go ahead.
Trusted Treasures here in Rochester looks slightly better than that. I don't like the love table. Like, I feel like that's a couple years old. Like, and you have some like Dollar Tree balloons going on. The lights are okay, but why are we doing? I mean, I know it's Sunday, but do we have to do laundry at the bridal show?
I was going to comment on that. Like the
I took
the
it.
Bears Jamboree.
I was just over here doing laundry. It's that like, it's gonna be a no for me, dog. Randy Jackson, it's a no for me, dog.
Okay, so they do have some good components in here. I don't
agree.
understand the balloons. I will tell you that. Who does a really good job at this in Rochester is Bradley James. They have a lot of this kind of stuff. Shameless plug. I don't know if I'm
Shameless
allowed to do
plugging.
that,
No, he was
but,
actually on
yeah.
earlier too.
Yeah, I don't know. Why is the O a different size?
That's a
than
zero.
the- Oh, it's a
Zero.
zero. They didn't have any more O's.
Zero.
They broke the O. They had to use their 0.
Because you just got 2 different tables now. Like, you can't, it's 2 different tables.
Right.
And this poor little L, he working so hard to hold up this one table. I'm like, dang. And he over here looking at his friends like, dang, VE, you holding up the same you got? But O is being a lazy bitch. Like, I'm done.
Yeah, I actually, I like this way more than you guys do. So,
Really?
yeah.
And you talk about us.
I know. Hey, look, it's an opinion thing. I think, look, they're pushing this rustic decor, this rustic aesthetic, and I think like the wash basin and the scrubber thing is obviously you're not actually going to use that. It's just to add some more elements to the
laundry.
decor.
They do
So
laundry.
I like the fact that they've shown their rental stuff in a way that you'd actually use it. I mean, people make setups like this at weddings all the time. They want that rustic decor.
Yep.
They're putting those crates with the things in it. They've shown a practical application of how you use this thing. I mean, say what you will about the design of that table. I think it's kind of cool. I think there are people that will like that.
Right.
And I think they're showing some real world ways to use it, which I think is sometimes challenging when I see rental booths
at a bridal show, they just throw their shit everywhere.
Because you have to pick a theme and hope that your audience likes the theme.
Yeah, and
right?
I have a feeling, Mickey, that maybe this whole wall is them, and this is one little vignette of their bigger setup, perhaps.
I think that's a dress, like a.
Or maybe, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is like one vignette amongst others they're showing,
think it
but
stops at the
they've stuck to a
envelope.
theme. They're showing a practical application. Use this as a sweets
Cosmetic
table.
dentistry?
I like it actually. I think the branding is good. The branding matches. We'll blurt out their name, but their sign is obvious. Then you know what they are. I like this way more than you guys do.
I love this, actually. So sorry, I love it.
Dang.
My only criticism is I thought this was a dessert station, but so my only criticism, would be to try to highlight your business more. However, everything else, that's the only negative thing I have to say. I love the application of everything. The way you tie in the wood, the Edison bulbs, I love the laundry. The
Why are y'all obsessed with doing laundry on Sunday?
But it just appeals to that vibe, and you even have put white drape over the base of the wooden poles on both sides. That is a hell of a lot of detail.
Yeah,
awesome job. 8.5 from me.
I think if we had actually seen the sign, I think the only confusion is, okay, is this a baker? Is if we immediately see the sign, it's a rental, then you go, oh, they're so smart. They're staging their, rental items to show you how you would actually use it, which you'd use this as a sweets table.
Yeah.
And now you have a giveaway at the bridal show. I think it's brilliant, right? Like, hey, we'll show you how to use it as a sweets table, and we'll put sweets out so people have a reason to come up and walk up.
Yeah, because who doesn't like sweets and snacks
I think
at
it's
a bridal
brilliant.
show?
I think that if you don't like the rustic decor, you're not going to like it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
if you're into it, you get it. And there's 3 barn venues that we work, and some industrial type of venues that we work.
Would
And you would see
crush
this,
it.
and would be like, "That's
Awesome.
dope." I think this is brilliant. For me,
Yep.
this is I think the first one we saw was the best. This is an 8 for me. It's great.
I think it's hard for a
8.5
decor place
for
to
me.
spread put all their stuff into a small area
I agree.
at one
Yeah.
of these events. So I'm going to go 7.5 on that one.
Dang. Y'all made me be the bitch today. It says Happy Father's Day on the balloon. Granted, okay, it's not my style. I don't care for barn rustic, and I understand that's what's hot right now. I get trends. I go to school and I learn the trends. I get it. It looks nice if that's the aesthetic that you are going for. Great. Personally, my taste is a no. So I'll say you lost some points for the balloons, so 6.5. It's the
I
Father's
agree
Day
with the
balloon.
balloons aren't
Yeah,
necessary.
it's kind of weird.
All right. That was set up. We do one more? You got one more, Mickey, or we got it? All right, so that was the bridal show booth version of Setup Wars. Thank you guys very
For
much.
popping in. Appreciate the feedback.
Yeah, appreciate you
Definitely
guys.
have well-rounded feedback with that, young kids over there. Yeah, so that wraps it up, Johnny.
We're out.
All right.
All right, that's it for us. Another episode of The Real DJ Show is in the books. We want you along every time, so make sure you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring the little bell so you get notifications of all of our new content. We know you're DJs and have a lot to say, so jump in the comment section to join the debate. If you have content suggestions or you want your DJ company featured on The One Thing, email us at TheRealDJShow at rochesterdj.com. Lastly, if you're sick enough that you want to take the audio of this with you wherever you go, you can find the audio everywhere quality podcasts are found. All right, that's it for us. Show's over, bitches.